Hello, brothers and sisters, and everyone. Um, Before we get started, I like to grab the Bible and just open it anywheres, wherever God wants me to read. All right, we're at Psalms 23, 1 through 6. Um, it's the Lord's shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and loving kindness will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. That was Psalms 23, 1 through 6. But bear with me today because I've got a lot to show you, and I'm going to try to cram it all in this one video. So don't be too harsh on me. All right, I have been asked for some survival tips or proper tips. Um, the other thing I'm going to show you, you can use long-term prepping, but what I'm showing you today, I want you to be able to use for like if you go camping or if you go for a hike in the woods or in the mountains or for a quick to-go emergency bag. Um, all this can be very useful in an emergency. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to show you is, this is a candy tin. Alright, if it gets dropped in the water, it will float. And to make it 100% waterproof, I usually take tape and tape it around all the sides here. But you don't have to if you don't want to. For this here, you can also use an empty medicine pill bottle, in which I'm going to be using because my nephew has asked me to do a small emergency kit for him, so I'm going to be preparing some for him. But what's in here is everything you would need if you were um, somewhere where there's a lake or a creek or a river or a stream where there's fish and you have no food. So what's in it is I have hooks, different size hooks. I have bobbers. I have swivel hooks. I have weights. I have a pair of fingernail clippers. Alright? All that's in here, which would fit in a medicine bottle. Now, normally I would put in a small clippers, but this here, what I have in here, is some fishing line, and it should be at least 7 to 10 feet. I'm not going to sit here and measure 7 to 10 feet. I just take and go 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4, you know, until I feel it's long enough. Then what I did is I put tape on it so that it doesn't go all over and make knots and everything. So this is something that's good to go in either your camping kit or a hiking kit, or if you're going skiing, you can put it in your skiing kit. All right. So the tin will float. The medicine bottle will float as well. If you want to make it 100% waterproof, put some tape around the edges. But it's fishing stuff, so you really, but you don't have to worry about if you are hiking and it's raining out and your bags are going to get everything's going to get wet. Stuff is going to stay dry in here. All right, you can put paper in here, fold up document for safekeeping. Even in here, it's make it so that it is waterproof from the elements. Now, if you drop it in water, like I said, it will float. It won't sink. It will float. All right, that's one thing. All right, now you're camping and you caught yourself some fish. All right, now what are you gonna do? I don't know about you all, but I know with me, I can't eat fish without seasoning. All right, so let's put some seasoning on it. Now you can use any size straw. Like I took some of these straws and I cut them down. Now I did use two different colored straws because this straw here has salt in it. These ones here have pepper in it. And I'm going to show you how to do it real quick so you know. And these are absolutely 100% waterproof. They will float. So if you fall in a river or lake or whatever, they will float. They are 100% waterproof. Now I'm going to show you how to make these. But what I did was I took some and cut them. And I'm just doing this real quick to show you how it's done. Now you can use any size straw, alright? It doesn't have to be the little straws. Alright, you know those straws that you get from the store or from McDonald's? The big straws? Alright, you can even use them. Right. And how you make it is you take a pair of tweezers. And you're going to take it to the end and squeeze it. And it closes the end. Now, I want to prove that this is waterproof. So, I got myself some water here. Oh, it did have water. I couldn't see. I'm going to try to put more water back in it. Alright. There is water in it. And what are you gonna, because this is water, I'm gonna try to dry it off as much as I can. Move that away from my computer. Alright, we're gonna take the fingernail, yeah, tweezers. There's usually a flat side on the tweezers. That's the side you want up. Ah, close to the end. That was cold water. No biggie. We'll just start over again. Because I'm too lazy to bend down there. Alright. We're going to melt that together. I'm going to cut that down a little bit more. Only so that it will fit in my water. Let me dry it off. You can see there's no water coming out. Now, I'm only doing this with the water to show you that it is waterproof. If it's a little wet, it's going to take a little bit more to seal. But there is water in it. There, see? No leakage. Now, alright, I got my fish, I got my salt, I got my pepper, but guess what? Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to bring a pair of scissors or even a knife. So, how am I going to open my salt or seasoning package? Remember this? Got a pair of tweezers. It is now open. Alright, we're gonna use a little of the salt for our seasoning, right? Now, we still got a whole bunch of salt left in there. What are we gonna do with it? Well, we aren't gonna waste it. So we're gonna seal it back up. Oh, hold on. I made it too hot. I let more salt out. Because you can melt it too much. I've done that plenty of times. You just want it hot enough to melt. But it's not even that hot too, where it's burning my fingers. There it is again, it's all sealed. Even after using it. So you need to take straws. Now these bigger straws, what I use mine for is, this here will make 2 cups of instant coffee. I can put 2 tablespoons in here. That will make 2 cups of coffee, of instant coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I like my coffee. Alright. Now, we got our fish all seasoned. We got it caught. And we got it seasoned. Now, how are we going to cook it? Now, there's a couple of different ways. All right, some people will take an empty uh, roll, toilet paper roll, paper towel roll, and what they'll do is take their um, lint from the dryer and just pack it in there and just keep packing and packing, packing. Some will pack it, all right, when it's all packed, they'll just wrap it and leave it like this. To me, that's big and bulky. So I would probably take, you ain't going to need a whole roll to start a fire. I'm sorry, if you're going to use a whole roll, then something's not right. I would probably cut it down, be more manageable, more realistic, and easier to pack. Alright, and then, other than the toilet paper roll, these are really good for long-term storage. I wouldn't use them for camping or hiking or for my uh, camping bag. No, I wouldn't. Now, another one that people use is an egg carton. Alright? And how they would use it is they would take their lint and pack it into each of these cartons here. And then when they need to use it, they would just tear it off and start their fire. Now, also with the egg carton, I use it to start my seedlings for my plants or vegetables because these are biodegradable. You can put them in the ground after the seeds grow and it will deteriorate and go back into the soil and biodegradable. Alright? Now, this here is good for long term. If I'm going to use it for camping, I would already have these tore off, be able to bag, because this is big and bulky. I wouldn't want it in my camping gear or hiking gear because they are big and bulky. So, I use what I love, which is Vaseline, cotton ball, aluminum foil. Now, if you have a pair of gloves, I would put a pair of gloves on. I don't have gloves, so I'm just going to show you by using some sandwich baggies. But don't laugh at me, alright? I'm trying to put a lot in. So what you would do is take your Vaseline, take your cotton ball, and just rub that cotton ball. Really soak it right up with the Vaseline. So you know the roll or the egg carton is not waterproof. If it gets wet, it's wet. You won't be able to light it. Alright. So I'm looking for stuff that's waterproof or as close to waterproof as you can get. This cotton ball is now waterproof. Alright. I'm going to prove it because here's my bowl of water. I'm going to drop it in the water. I don't know if you can see, but it's in there. Alright? It's in water. Alright, but what you're going to do is once you take that cotton ball and put Vaseline all over it, just tear yourself some aluminum foil. I should have done this before. But wrap it all up in the aluminum foil. Alright? Your cotton ball is 100% waterproof. Right? And the aluminum foil is so that you don't get the Vaseline all over everything. Now, if you didn't want to use aluminum foil, you can use this. You can use this and just throw the cotton ball in it. And just pack it up with cotton balls. I'm going to put it back in the water because I want to prove that it's waterproof. Alright. Now we got our waterproof cotton balls. Does anybody have a match? Anybody's got a lighter? Lint maker? Nobody brought a lighter? Alright, no biggie. I got some matches. And they are not dry yet. But everything's waterproof. So, how do we make a match? How do we make this match waterproof? That's easy. I got a jar of fingernail polish. It is now 100% waterproof. Alright. So how am I gonna, I'm just gonna stick it in the top of my egg cart and let it dry. And then you can put it in your tin. You can put it in a bottle, which I'm going to put mine in a medicine bottle because it is for my nephew. I'm going to set that over for it to dry. Now, excuse me. Now, I don't know, so bear with me because my uh, toothpick, my matches are still a little wet, but I want to prove that it is waterproof in my water. Alright, take it out, wipe off the excess water, but will it still light? Let's see if it will. Remember, I might have to redo this because it's a little wet from the paint. Waterproof and still light. Now you're wondering, she put that cotton ball in there. That's not going to light. I'm going to drop another match in the water. we're gonna, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna take my cotton ball. Alright? And because it is wet, alright? I just did it. I'm gonna pull it apart with foil. Set it down. We're gonna take that match that fell in the water, wipe off the excess water in it. So, waterproof match and a waterproof cotton ball. We've got fire. Now we have a whole meal. Now I have old, these are ones here about 9 months old. Alright. And the thing is that aluminum foil will burn. Now if you got your fire going, you can blow this out, and what you do is, and it's windy, and that fire is hot. I can't blow the fire out. So it doesn't matter whether it's windy or raining, you got a fire. Now if I was camping, what I would do is take half of that cotton ball and use only half of it and save the other half for another night. But I don't know if I can get this to, I can't do it. But if you took this and spread it out, you can relight this again. Because the inside's not going to be all burnt up. So, we have a meal. We have fishing supplies, catch a fish. We have seasoning to season our fish. We have a fire starter, both waterproof matches, waterproof cotton. And there's our campfire, our food, seasoning. And if you even want coffee in the morning, you can put coffee in it. Now these straws, they come in so many different sizes and colors. You can put anything you want in these straws. You can put sugar, you can put any kind of seasoning. You can do whatever you want. Also, with these tins, this probably should be another different video. But if you keep a tin, and before you put your fire out, and you know you're going to be wanting another fire that evening, you can put a little bit of sand in a tin, take those hot coals and put them in your tin. They will stay, I believe that they will stay hot for quite a few hours. I know that they will do, how many hours, I don't know. And then you can start another fire with the hot coals in your tin. Or if you're going to be camping where it's cold, you can put some hot coals in it and put it in your sleeping bag with you. Or if you want to take some stones and put some stones in, and then in your fire where they will get hot, and then put them in your tin, and which will make the tin warm, which will keep your body warm. Multiple uses. I mean, this is just for, go for your camping, fishing. I mean, you're going to hunt and put this stuff in your hunting gear. Because you never know what could happen. Alright? All, and you can package it any way you want. If you wanted to put it all in one bag. There's your cotton balls, your fishing, your hooks, put some seasoning pouches in it. And there's how you can catch your own food, cook it, and season it. Hope you all enjoyed it.